Alcamoth should be at peace. Why does the siren ring? It must have something to do with the high alert edict.
Are you that?
Alcamoth should... Yeah, same thing. Right, let's go head over here, talk to the Nopon. I didn't see what she had to say. Me not want to go anywhere near danger. Yes. Friend on Valak Mountain sent me letter recently. Letter say Valak Mountain nasty bad. It's real cold up there. Say hot cold place. But Valak is snowy, so how can it be hot? Me not understand. Well, you know, it's a mountain, so like there's like a hot spring.
Me.
Even though it's not really. But we'll go over that later. You can use monster crystals for crafting gems. That's what I heard from a traveling Nopon anyway. Everybody's giving me advice for things they don't understand. It's kind of weird. Ether deposits aren't the only place to get crystals from. But we didn't know that, so we were always going there. What? We're moving on. I don't think even that person knew what they were talking about then. So we'll head way over here. See if we can't find any drops, any collectibles. There's one way over there. I'm still going for it. Yeah, here in Alcamoth, I'm getting everything I see, kind of no matter the distance. And I would recommend the same. More ha-ha-has. I might look that one up just because it kind of bothers me that the name is so weird. Alright, back to the escalator here. There is somebody on the other side of the escalator. Hey, it's those two girls we heard about. Let's talk to Rekoth first.
How's things?
You want to know what I think of Scarlin? Some people say bad things about him, but they've got it all wrong. He's really a good man. He's actually been manipulated by quite a few women in the past. So I hope he realizes how we feel for him soon.
How's things?
I have two very special people in my life. Apart from my family, that is. But recently I've been thinking, is it really okay like this? I mean, I do have a wonderful time with these people.
How's things?
Uh-oh. But I know, you see. I just know that it won't last forever. Not that I don't want it to, you understand. I'd like nothing better than to be close to them my whole life. And then the next part of the quest is to talk to Rosiel here. So let's go ahead and take care of that. What do I think about Scarlin? Why do I have to tell that to you? Scarlin asked you to find out? Why didn't he come and ask me himself? At any rate, I certainly don't dislike him. In fact, no. This is something I ought to tell him myself, in person.
Hey.
I'm in love with the same man as my best friend. Well, I've actually known the guy since we were children. A lot of people seem to think he's just toying around with us both. But he's really not like that at all.
Hey.
People often get the wrong idea about him, but he's really kind. As a result, he can be a little gullible at times. But that's a good thing in a way, don't you? Do you see? So, how do you guys feel about polyamorous goings-on? I guess we could say. Oh, what should I do? Ariel is so worried. But there doesn't seem to be anything I can do to help.
Me.
I wish someone would help with Ariel's daughter. I suppose it's not fair to burden other people with this. But what am I supposed to do? Yeah, well, you're not going to give me a quest.
Are you that?
I'd advise attaching gems that support your personal strengths. So, for example, some people are good at using ether. For them, you could try a gem that boosts their ether even further. Real high-level stuff they're giving me here.
Are you that?
Anything else? But naturally, it depends on the person. There are no hard and fast rules. That's the beauty of gems. You don't really need to do it either, but, you know, you should. We can also head up here. Hey, there's people up here this time.
What is it?
One kid wants to be a great scholar when he grows up. I think his name is Teelan? He's looking for a bug, but it doesn't inhabit this area. I don't get why he has to go crazy and look for it for himself.
Me.
A siren? Why did it go off? I don't think they're here yet. Or is it only a matter of time?
Me.
Yeah, you just say the same thing again.
Me.
No! I want to talk to the other guy. You.
What is it?
Teelan, that kid. He's as bright as a button. That's why he's researching a bug all by himself. But why does he have to go out and search on his own? A bit worried about him, truth be known. Yeah, we're all worried about Teelan. Who's Teelan again? We'll find Teelan eventually. We'll find everybody eventually. It doesn't look like anybody is hanging out over here. Well, you guys trying to take a shortcut on me, huh? I see the collectible. I'm going for it. Now, I think there's going to be somebody way out here. Alright, that's just Recalth and Rosiel again. So let's head over here. Doesn't look like there's anything. Yeah, there's somebody walking back and forth at the end here. That would be Dawn Argentis. I have a dream. I want to live in a place livelier than Alcamoth, but just as green. I feel it is a modest dream and not likely to ever come true. You could live in Frontier Village. Just throwing that out there right now. Technically, Colony 9's pretty green too. But I don't think that's what he's talking about at all. Sadly, I spoilt my girls rather much when raising them. Now they are quite selfish. If I go off somewhere, it may teach them some independence. Maybe. We'll think about it, though. But that's the Argentis family. They get a last name so that you can readily identify that they're kind of, you know, together-ish. How you doing, citizen? You have a quest for me?
Are you that?
We had to go to Hovering Reef 10 because of work reasons. There we got attacked by something I've never seen before. Sorry to ask, but could you defeat it for us? And we get challenge 2. A group of workers has been attacked by an unknown monster. It would be dangerous to let it go. Find it and defeat it. For this we get, well, 38,000 gold. It only shows up at night. Its name is Tempestuous Adigia. And we'll see what we can do. Are you serious? We'd be waiting for ages if we had to rely on the Imperial Guard. Thanks a lot, you're a big help.
Are you that?
None of us commoners have ever seen Lady Melia's face. I wonder what kind of face she has. It's kind of normal. She's got big eyes. I think that's mostly a design choice to try to make her kind of cute and adorable, which she can be. She definitely can be, even though she does have a little bit of snobbishness to her. Hopefully we can, you know, whittle that down over time. But I believe that is it. It looks like I did want to double check, you know, over here. You can hear the Wii working. This place is so big, it requires loading in the middle of me going through it. It works ever so hard. That's Ariel again, right? We did talk to you, Ariel. Yes, we did. All right, so let's head back, and we can talk to Scarlin and let him know that he's got a choice to make here. Did we talk to you? Shops only sell manuals that go up to an intermediate level, but someone once told me that advanced manuals exist too. I wonder where you get those from, though. Most of them are from monster drops. I'd like to know too. Yeah, there's a technique that I hadn't used in the past. We might have to use it this time in order to get the advanced arts manuals, where the chest drops and then you save, then you pick up the chest. And if it's not what you want, you reload. Zane and Kuralth are Alcamoth's premier adventurers. People mass together to enjoy their exciting stories. Do I go too? Why, of course.
Me.
They plan on going somewhere quite extreme this time. The preparations seem quite extensive and time-consuming. I'm looking forward to hearing their stories, of course. But I'm more interested in them returning home safely. Well, aren't you nice? Yeah, we didn't see that person before. But let's head down here and return to Scarlin. How you doing, buddy?
Are you that?
Well, it sounds as though they do not dislike me, at least. That alone is a tremendous relief for me to hear. Weren't you all friends? I'm glad I asked for your help. Yay, yay, happy! Ricky really happy! Yeah, good job, everyone. If I had just worried about it on my own, it would not have ended well. I owe you my gratitude. Thank you. Here, take this. It is a token of my appreciation. And we have completed How Do They Feel? You found out how they feel about him. They both seem to not dislike him. Well, we're moving in the right direction then. 3,800 gold, 1,300 experience, and spike defense too for our efforts today. And we get an update to the affinity chart, which we are completing as we're going, but I did want to take a look at this. So we have kinda likes between Scarlin and Rekoth, and we have old friend between Rosiel and Scarlin. Nothing between Rekoth and Rosiel yet, even though we were told they were best friends. All right, so the next quest from Scarlin, I believe we will get comments for. Yes, but it's from Charla, so we're already good to go.
Are you that?
Ah, it's you again. Take a guess at what happened after you helped me out. Tell Hero Pun Ricky, tell. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a bit of clarification either. Nothing happened because you walked like 10 steps and that was it? I'll tell you what happened. Both of the girls approached me. In a dream, like a daydream that you had. And they both confessed that they have affections for me as well. So now I have to decide between them. What a conundrum. How can they expect me to make a decision just like that? But at the same time, I can understand how your friends must feel. I can see how it must be easier to pretend that nothing's wrong. But you can't stay that way forever. That would solve nothing. You're right, of course. But even though it's all my fault, I still can't seem to decide. It's not that they're angry at you. In fact, they're trying their best to keep your friendship alive. The question is, how will you respond to that? Even I can see that things cannot go on like this. In fact, I am the one most terrified of ruining what we already have. So once again, could I please ask for your help? And we get, how do I feel? Scarlin still likes both girls, but he's not sure which one he likes best. Ask both of the girls what their favorite memory of him is. Talk to Rosiel or Rekoth, and this is the part where we have to make a choice for him. They don't tell you necessarily that you make the choice here, but you make the choice here. So we get 4,200 gold and 1,700 experience. We'll say that Route A is talking to Rekoth first, and Rosiel second, and Route B is talking to Rosiel first and Rekoth second. We're going to go with Route B, where we pick Rosiel first. And the reason that I'm going to be doing that is for affinity reasons. Just for the record. So, let's head out from here. I'm so sorry about this. I know that this is a problem I should deal with by myself. But just this once, I truly need your help. Easy peasy, Hero Pun, take care of it. Easy peasy, huh? Well, I'll be there if things get a bit too hot to handle. No need for Ryan to help Hero Pun. Maybe need a bit of help. Have anything more to say? Here's what I'd like you to do. I need you to ask both of them a certain question. Ask them what their most treasured memory with me is. I think that should help me to find some answers. I'm counting on you. Hey, we actually got like detailed instructions this time. We might not follow it, but we at least got it. And he says the same thing this time. All right, let me make sure that I have done everything that I wanted to do around here once more, and maybe switch the party around a bit as we head forward for more quests. That is indeed everything that I wanted. Brought Shulk into the party instead of Ryan, and we're going to head south this time, still on the lower level. Looking for more citizens, though. We'll see if we can't find something interesting. How you doing, citizen? You know some things affect your opponent really badly, right? I'm talking about topple and daze. These particular effects you can stack up, you know? Do that and your enemy will be affected for a longer time. Yeah, you can stack them, but it's hard to, get a party together that can. Different arts have different cooldown times, but if you time their use right, the enemy will be constantly affected at the higher levels. Felt like he kind of misled us there. Only at the higher levels will that actually work. At the lower levels, you're pretty much just putting it on once and then waiting for it to go off before you can do it again. But you can keep it on constantly towards the end. The Emperor and Imperial Guard keep the peace in Alcamoth, so I'm not afraid of anything. All the grown-ups are really panicking. Don't they trust the Emperor and the Imperial Guard? Nah, they're just silly, right? Maybe.
How's things?
How's things? There's a retired soldier watching the youngsters training lately. I think his name is Call?
How's things?
Someone I know attended training a few times, but he couldn't take it and ran away. Hasn't been back since. He's got no guts at all. Well, at least we can find out how people are courageous or not courageous around here. And we find ourselves a quest down here. How you doing, random citizen?
What is it?
Ever heard of whitetails? Pillows made from them will give you a really good night's sleep. I washed my one wrong and made it go all hard. I wonder why that happened. Why? He wants us to get more whitetails, but if he doesn't learn what he did to make them hard in the first place, I'm not sure I trust him with more whitetails. A resident's beloved pillow is worn out. Collect some collectibles for him. 2 whitetails from Earth Sea. 22,000 gold for this one. You'll really get me a couple of whitetails? That would be a massive help. I can't wait. Easy peasy, Hero Pun, take care of it. Right, I'll help out too. Yeah, we already have those. You completed the Alcamoth resident's request and collected all the items he asked for, so 2 whitetails have been turned in already. Hooray.
What is it?
Everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing will happen as long as the Emperor is around.
What is it?
It's not only the Emperor. The elite Alcamoth Imperial Guard also keeps us safe. I'm not sure how elite they are. It seems like half the population I've talked to so far is in the Imperial Guard. Just saying. More Mystic Dahlia. Hooray. There aren't too many collectibles around here, but you want to make sure you get as many as you can. Now, there was a person over here. I saw it. There you are. Citizen. Do you know the large tower that looms over Earth Sea? The Ientia have long been its custodians. It's called Prison Island. I am aware. How do you get there? You have to go and unlock the seals on the hovering reefs. The reefs with the seals are on... The reefs with the seals on are directly in front of Prison Island. But to unlock them, you need Imperial sanction. I just kind of did it. He did say it was okay. Kind of. Sort of. How you doing, Talonith? Talonith? I have some news for you. You know I hate to sound conceited. There is no one in the city who thinks my dishes are not good. And so, now I wish to open a restaurant somewhere else. Now, where would be a good place to try out? So, we have the option here. We have some good news. We can just go ahead and invite Talonith over to Colony 6 now. There are some trades that Talonith will give you only here in Alcamoth, but I'm confident that I can get them other ways, so I am comfortable inviting Talonith over to Colony 6 now. Head on out, man. Such a place exists. Please allow me to open up there. I shall make dishes that please all of the peoples of Bionis. And Talonith has moved to Colony 6, so we get 2 more reconstruction percentage points and 2 more population. He brought a friend. Good for him. And we get an update to the affinity chart that should have moved Talonith over to Colony 6. As you can see, it's still kind of closer to the upper Bionis region. Colony 6 doesn't have anything linked up with Central Bionis or Upper Bionis, but trust me, there will be people from there going here. As you can see, we have a lot of people connected in Colony 6. Still a little work to do with Warner, I should say, but we'll get there eventually. Did want to show that off because Talonith did move over there kind of immediately. We didn't get to see much of him here, but that's fine with me. You know some things affect your opponent, right? Toppling days. Once again, sort of misleading because we don't have access to that yet. What he's kind of talking about, but we will eventually. All right, head to the other fountain here. See that big fountain over there? There's actually a rumor about it. You know it, right? What? You don't know? Whoa, don't ask for the answer without trying to figure it out. Give it a bit more thought. It's obvious once you know it.
Yes?
Actually, it's not obvious at all, so I may as well tell you. They say you should get in the water and confess your love. Then that love is destined to be forever true. And that's why it's called the Fountain of Hope. So, we found the Fountain of Eternity up north. The Fountain of Hope is down here in the south. That's going to be important because these are pretty much the only landmarks that you're going to get outside of the main entrance on the lower level. So here's the Fountain of Hope. And as you might expect, there are some people around here. Let's talk to the citizen. Lately, our friends have been arguing a lot. We don't know the reason, and it's getting Ariel down too. So I had an idea. Listen, I want to give something to Ariel to cheer her up. Think you could help me collect some star drop flowers? I've already gotten a few. I've got everything else. I just don't have time to collect those. So these are flowers, the star drops that we're picking up. A friend's mother is feeling down, and a resident is very worried. Collect some collectibles for her. 5 star drops in total. 22,500 gold for this one. This is Collection Quest 3. Oh, that's wonderful. I was really struggling for time. Thank you so much for helping me with this. Do I have it? I already got it. Sweet. You completed the Alcamoth resident's request. Her friend's mother feels a little better now. 22,500 gold headed my way. Hooray. Those were one of the ones I was kind of worried about getting, those star drops.
Well,
Lately, my friend's in a foul mood. I have no idea why, but I wish they'd not let it affect us. Vivian, too. Recently, she doesn't come to see us either. I wonder just what's going on with those two.
well,
Not seen Vivian for days. Did she fall out with Lusunia? I couldn't really tell you. The other day, Lusunia's mom, Ariel, came over. She asked if I knew why Lusunia doesn't like talking to people.
me.
Ariel asked why her daughter is in such a bad mood, but we have no idea at all. I'd like to know why, too. Possibly I would, too.
How's things?
Come to think of it, I heard Vivian talking to someone recently. It seemed like that person really hated other races. Maybe that's the reason those two are arguing.
How's things?
Uh-oh, we got a racist around here. A little while ago, I saw Vivian arguing with somebody... Oh, no. That was new. Sorry, let's go through that again.
How's things?
A little while ago, I saw Vivian arguing with someone. She was saying stuff like, take that back and apologize. Can you believe it? Hardly the shy Vivian I know. Just what's going on with her? I love my wife and I would never cheat on her except with food. I love food. Give me food. I love food. There. I did a wish for Ricky.
Yes?
Scarlett and the girls are really the best of friends. That's probably why he avoided making a decision.
Yes?
No matter who he chooses, it'll be just as hard. But Scarlett has definitely got to choose one of them. Why?
Yes?
Why? Damn monogamy. Scarlett's been looking pretty down in the dumps recently. I bet someone forced him to buy something expensive again. He's too kind for his own good.
Yes?
Scarlett should wake up and consider their feelings for once. If you ask me, that man should... Sorry about that. None of my business, really. Yeah, none of your damn business. It's my business. I get to make the choice. Citizen.
Me.
Have you seen the unique night scenery of Eris Sea? Stars of ether descend from the sky and illuminate the night. Yeah, that was real interesting that it showed up the first time I showed up. Like I said, it's relatively rare. It seems like something from a dream. Delightful.
Me.
I've seen shooting stars many times, but I have witnessed some terrifying things too. On nights when the stars descend, rare monsters can be seen. Monsters that are different to those normally around. Yeah, we get some unique monsters and some powerful monsters that show up during shooting stars. You have to be pretty damn careful during that time. But, I wanted this. Another cool lemon. Watch, I only need one of those, I bet. I'm not gonna look, but I'm pretty sure I don't need too many. Probably have more than I already need. Was that siren sounding because we're under enemy attack? If so, then I can't take my eyes off my son for a second. Who knows what will happen? I suggest that you stay on your guard too.
What is
No, it's already 3 o'clock. I need to make it earlier again. Alright, same thing this time. Alright, we do need to make it earlier. I kind of want to make it before noon. But I think we'll put that off for the time being. Here's the other escalator that does take you up. We have found one on each side now.
Are you there?
I heard nothing about the sirens being set off. Maybe they just forgot to send the report, or... No. Is it an enemy attack? I have to protect her.
Are you there?
I joined the Imperial Guard for exactly this reason. I will protect her from danger no matter what happens. But you're just a citizen. You're not an Alcamoth Imperial Guard. Something happens, I have to be ready to move in an instant.
Me.
You can't help but worry after hearing the siren. It could be because I've never heard it before. But I'm most worried that my boyfriend will have to fight.
Me.
Can't help but worry. Same thing. Sometimes they have two things to say, but sometimes not. Alright, now around here, are they still here this late? They might not be. We're going around anyway. Hey, another red thing. I'll just go ahead and pick it up now. This is the health amulet. It's probably going to be important for health, but I can't equip it and increase my health, so I'm upset. Now let's head over here to a citizen. Do you know of the hovering reefs of Eris Sea? There's no other way for me to get here, so yes. Hovering Reef 9 is unusual in that it also has a reef underneath it. But on the bottom reef there are some fearsome monsters.
Yes?
You can harvest crystals from Hovering Reef 9 too, but you can get powerful monsters around there, so I'd not advise it. Not that powerful. There is a heart-to-heart around here, but I don't have access to it yet. I have to think about why not for that one, but we don't get to see who it's for. Apparently, there are also some particularly strong Chromar. If they use taunt, you'd probably... No, I'd dread to think. What? What would happen to little Ricky here? The Chromar gets you with taunt, things might get a bit difficult. Running away is an option. There's no shame in that. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's a lot of shame in that. Yeah, I didn't see the NPCs that I was looking for around here. But there's another haha. I kind of went all the way around them. But they should be... Yeah, these aren't the ones I'm looking for. So we must be too late. Let's change it to... You know what? Let's talk to these people and then we'll change the time. We're not getting anywhere. Me just head back to Frontier Village. Me volunteered to help Talia with her research. But me of no use. So me think maybe it best if me leave Alcamoth. Me thought me can help, but that was just mistake. Me can't help at all. No point staying here.
How's things?
Looking for someone who knows a lot about the past, huh? Probably someone from the Ministry of Records or Research. Ah, wait, I've just remembered. There are some adventurers, too.
How's things?
They go on journeys so they can tell us great stories. But I think it's really just because they enjoy traveling.
Yes?
There's a rumor that someone is researching ancient Hyentia. I don't know their name, though. Well, thank you for the rumor. There's a rumor of someone helping develop a new device. I don't know their name, though. You're just full of good information. Someone who knows about the Magmel ruins, eh?
Me.
He's just talking to random people.